easy now. Papa got bitch making his life
come down. Oh, you make my high come down. Always tripping when you come around. I'ma have to cut you out, like right now. You see, I don't want to drive me. You can say that for your mama. Maybe you should smoke something. Try the marijuana. I was never you good. The vibe was straight. Showed you a couple of things and they ain't feeling strange. I treated you right. Everything was a gift from a time to your bag and the color on your lip.
Welcome to a special edition of Seahawks Man to Man, a YouTube exclusive. My name is Michael-Shawn As you can see on the screen there, you can follow me on Twitter at Mike Dugar, Mikedugar. I am still verified without paying anything, so shout out to Elon Musk on that. Chris, talk to him.
What is good, everybody? It's your boy Christopher Kid. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at CKIDD206 and that's CKid206.
What's your stance on not buying the blue check? You just cost prohibitive? You just don't want to spend the bread?
Just don't. If they're not going to verify me based on who I work with and work for, I'm not about to pay.
Yeah, I've experienced some new followers with blue checks here in the past couple of months, and I've been like, hold on.
90 followers.
Yeah, I'm like, not even the follower count. You just look at their bios. So I've definitely spotted which people have paid for the verification. No shade to them. Good for you,
no shade. But I thought I was going to get one based on working at KJR and The Athletic, but they were like, well, for one, they couldn't prove it. They didn't have the evidence. I'm like, well, you have to be subscribed to see The Athletic. And they're like, oh, yeah, that's true. Because when they clicked the link that I sent them, they couldn't go in. So then they're like, yeah, we couldn't verify that you work for The Athletic. I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you guys.
Yeah, it's all right. That's just I was thinking about that. Yeah, because I've noticed some people. Anyway, we're heading into week 17, so that means this is our standout plays from week 16. Seahawks lost to the Chiefs 24-10. They're facing now a do or die. It's kind of do or die against the Jets. They can make the playoffs after losing to the Jets, but just
very tough.
Word to the wise, just don't. How
about you win the game?
Yeah, so this week we're going with I got my standout play from the Seahawks loss to the Chiefs is a Tariq Woolen play. I figure that's fitting as we kind of in Seattle push the Tariq for Defensive Rookie of the Year propaganda as Sauce Gardner will be on the other side of the field on Sunday. Chris, what do you got?
I am going with two plays. One will be a pass play that I thought could have been a touchdown, but I'll explain why it wasn't, obviously. And then a play where on offense where they run the football and there's nowhere for my guy Kenneth Walker to go. And there's a pretty good reason why, and I'll get into that as well. But do you want to go ahead and start us off with Tariq Woolen?
Yeah, I'm going first. Cool. That's great. Here, let me make sure I got all the data on here. I think it's a second down. But let me pull this up. Such a great play. Okay, it's a 1st and 10 from Seattle's 46 in the first quarter here. Let's see. I'm gonna just run it straight through. Great camera work by the people out there in Missouri. I'm just gonna play it straight through. You guys remember this from the broadcast. Long ball. Tariq gets a hand on it. Just excellent stuff here. Oh, yeah, puts his. I love that you can see Tariq's emotion. Like you can see him saying, "Damn, I should have caught that shit." Like you can just see it. You can hear that. I wasn't even at the game. And I could hear Tariq in my head because I know his voice so well at this point. I'm talking to the dude every week that I just know that's exactly how he said it. Or he probably said I should have caught that mug. That's probably that. Either one of those two. Anyway, so what personnel are they in? This is their nickel personnel for the front. Doesn't really matter too much. It's really just about Tariq. The coverage though is important. So Tariq has. I'm gonna pause it right here. As you can see, they're kind of rotating into a single high safety look. So that's Quandre at the nearest hash to Tariq at the bottom of the screen. That's Quandre coming down because, it's 1st and 10, so they could be running it. So they're switching to a single high. Instead of having Tease Tabor in there, because remember, Ryan Neal is still banged up and was banged up for this game. They have Jonathan Abram in there, guy from the Raiders and the Packers and whatnot. I believe this is the first time I've seen him try some single high stuff. So this is one of those situations where they start too high and then rotate down, something they've been doing a little bit more of. Traditional covered 3 here. So Tariq and Michael Jackson at the top of the screen. Think of it as Mike has anybody going vertical right up that 30-yard line, as you can see where he's at. Tariq has the same, but since where the ball was placed based on the hash, he's got a little bit more room to cover. And so as the play unfolds, it looks right here. I'm gonna pause it. It looks like Tariq is cooked. Like it does. He's how many yards is that? Cause like 3 yards behind whoever
Yeah.
this cat is. Let me make sure I know who this guy is. Something Watson. His name is Justin Watson. Oh yeah. Player of the game for the Seahawks. That boy dropped 4 passes. Couldn't catch a cold in 12-degree weather out there. So it looks like he's beat. He is not. What Tariq is doing is anticipating that he's going to get help from Jonathan. And this is, as much as a great play from Tariq, it is highlighting the reason why it's so great is because of how poorly Jonathan plays this, unfortunately. So at this point, like right when Tariq gets to the 30, like where I have it paused, if you squint a little bit, put your glasses on, you can see Tariq's right hand pointing to Jonathan to say, hey, yo, post. You are the post safety. That is your job. As you can see, Jonathan is in no position to cover a post. I'm not really sure what he's covering there, because even if he wanted to take over that over route, which I think is either Juju or Kadarius Toney, one of the two, Quandre is standing right there. So, like, that's already eliminated by Quandre. So, we roll it. All right, we get to this point, and now, yeah, Jonathan's – I don't even know if he saw what Tariq pointed at. That just did not go well. At this point, Chris, we're looking at, what, 4 yards?
Yeah, just about.
He looks like he's in a very bad spot. And this is where Tariq gets the name Reek the Freak, man. Because look at that closing speed from that point. By the time the ball gets there, he is dead even with I just looked up Justin Watson. Like, that is incredible. And I think the end zone view shows that he gets a hand on it. But this is one of those plays, like if Justin ends up catching it, I'm gonna just keep rolling it as I talk. But if Justin ends up catching it, like that's a touchdown and is quote unquote on Tariq Woolen. Like that would count in the stat book, whatever. Like he gave up his 4th touchdown of the year. Really, it's just like he's only giving up 2. But this is really one of those I'm making up for someone not doing their job type of plays. So when you guys see like after games where you see players or coaches say cliched stuff like, oh man, everybody just needs to do their job. We all need to be on the same page. Cliche shit like that. This is why they say that. Because Tariq can't just be like, bro didn't do what he's supposed to do, so I had to turn on the Jets. No. He has to say something like, we just all need to do our jobs and execute. Because this is not a play that a corner, most of the time, let's put a number on it, Chris. What, 85, 90% of the time, this is a touchdown?
Oh,
if
yeah.
Ball's on target. 95 maybe?
How about this?
It's probably like 98%.
How about this? If that's anybody but Tariq, that's a touchdown.
Yeah, I would probably Sauce can probably make that play too.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just talking about the Seahawks in general.
Oh, yeah.
For the Seahawks roster, if that's anyone else, that is 6.
Yeah, I would say across the league, because you got to run really. He's beat by like 4 yards here, and makes up that ground and tracks the ball. It's one thing to make up the ground. You can easily make up the ground and misplay the ball. Like Tariq is able to make up this ground. And like right there, he's getting a hand on the ball, and I think Justin does too. But because Tariq deflects it first, it's so hard to catch. Me and Chris have talked about this before. That little split second where the other dude deflects it first, it changes the whole play. Like when it hits you, it's like getting hit with a baseball. Like it's coming in so hot and hard to catch at that point. Like that's a pass. That's his 14th pass breakup of the year. Like the Justin Watson dude claps his arms like, brother, you didn't really have a shot at that. So I just wanted to highlight this play from Tariq because this is one of those freaky plays that looks like he baited him into this. No, this is not baiting. This is expecting help from your safety and not getting help from your safety and being so goddamn fast that you can catch up to a Patrick Mahomes deep ball because this ball's not underthrown or thrown necessarily poorly. It's thrown where it's supposed to be, and Mahomes puts it on the money. Tariq can just get the Jonathan Abram and go, good play, dog. Yeah, man, where was you? I don't think that's what Tariq said to him. But I actually didn't even ask Tariq about the play this week. But one more time for good measure, man. This is special stuff. This is why I would say this is defensive rookie of the year type of behavior. Because it's one thing to do your assignment. It's another thing to basically do your assignment and somebody else's and save a touchdown. Early in the game, man. So shout out to Tariq. He should win defensive rookie of the year. At this rate, we'll see what happens between him and Sauce on Sunday against the Jets. But yeah, that's how you get the name Reek the Freak right there. Like you do one of those plays in college, you go to the first round. You know what I mean? Like with those arms, that speed, and those ball skills, that's it. Next step will be catching the ball, but he already leads the league in picks. So I'm not gonna be too critical. Somebody tweeted me that like, yeah, he needs to catch those. Like, brother, he leads the league in interceptions. Everybody else needs to catch those. Tariq's clearly catching everything. So yeah,
hey, Quandre, catch it, man.
Yeah, like Quandre's got like a couple dropped interceptions. And he knows it. Like he ain't got a harp on. Like guys know when they drop the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I hate when people get on DBs about dropping interceptions and guys just in general about being hurt. Like guys, they know they're hurt. Like they get it. You tweeting them about being hurt is not helping them, you know.
It won't change anything.
Yeah, it doesn't change shit. So anyway, amazing play by Tariq. Probably just as impressive as some of the interceptions he's had, honestly, considering the fact that he was doing someone else's job, you know, on that play. That's pretty tough.
All right, let's spin it to the play that I'm looking at. And this is a play that actually I highlighted on our podcast last week after the loss. And it's simply execution. It's fourth quarter. The Chiefs are up 17-3. The Seahawks are establishing the run. They want to be able to do it. They were doing it pretty effectively in the second half. Third quarter, they started off pretty good running the football. And then here's a 1st and 10, 12:29 left on the clock. They're at the 43. And we'll just roll through it. And maybe you guys can spot, you know, what happened, what went wrong. But these are things where it's cliche. It's about execution, and it's just not executed well at all. Ken Walker's trying to bounce it outside. The toss is a play for you to bounce it outside and just have one-on-one with maybe a safety, and you could take it to the house. That's the goal there. Everyone should be hats on someone, and you have maybe one-on-one with the safety. In this scenario, that doesn't happen. He has one-on-one with a corner plus other guys running at him. So if you look at the top of the screen, you have Laquan Treadwell. And a couple of things I'll point out. Usually in high school, I'll just start there. With high school football, you know that a team's going to run the football probably 85% of the time. There's not too many teams that are going to come out throwing the football. So as a cornerback, you could probably cheat in and just rush inside because you think it's going to be a pass play. But what they tell you on the defense in high school is, hey, your main concern is the pass. It doesn't matter how good they run the football. Your main concern is to stop the pass. In NFL, things change. You can have your eyes in the backfield and get beat for a play fake. What I don't like about this play with Treadwell is the effort. He doesn't even look like he's doing anything. Watch the DB at the top of your screen. Just watch him react. He's standing in the backfield. Laquan doesn't even, he just jogs out there like, oh, yeah, they're running it to my side. Now, usually you could see that on the opposite side. But then, again, how about this? Watch DK at the bottom of the screen. Watch how he runs this. DK at least gives a little, like I'm about to do a route. And then he kind of just jogs up the field. Laquan's doing that, not even doing that, and the ball is ran to his side. If you're not going to fake a route, if you're not going to put hands on somebody, why are you in the game, man? These are things that I'm sure he got chewed out for when they went back and watched the film. There is nothing he did right. Nothing. Lines up, jogs, comes jogging out, looks at the dude and is like, yeah, never mind. Let me go try to get the safety. And then I think it's, is that Sanjay right there, Mike?
Yeah, that's the receivers coach yelling at him. You can see it. Yeah,
yes.
You can see that, yeah.
So I wonder what he's yelling about. Effort, not putting a block, all those things combined. The reason I brought up high school football is because in high school, you could run routes. That's what I used to do. When I was on offense in practice and I knew we were running the football, I would just run a route. Chances are the DB is going to follow me because their main job is to protect in a passing scenario. Now, again, I mentioned that in high school football, they run the ball 80% of the time. So the chances are, if you're a really smart corner, you know they're not throwing the football. You could just crash in and now I'm screwed because I'm trying to run a route. But Laquan doesn't even give off a vibe that he is running a route. And that's what kind of ticks me off here. It's like, dude, you have an opportunity to make a play here, and instead of doing anything, you just let your guy go right around you. And now it's Ken Walker has to now try to make a guy miss. And if Ken makes a miss, okay, cool. But that's not the case here. And then
he actually does make the first guy miss.
Well, yeah, he does. He stiff arms him and gets away. But even then, the NFL, these guys are fast, man. how long do you think you have before you make one dude miss before you can get upfield? And as you can see, linebackers and D linemen are there to wrap it up and finish the job. And it started because Laquan did not get a key block to spring. So that's just a play right there that stood out to me. And I saw it immediately in the game. I was like, oh, damn, man. And then I see the wide receivers coach, just pissed. Like, bro, how do you not touch this man? At least just get in his way. And again, I'll watch DK. Again, the ball's not ran to his side, but just watch what he does. I'm going, oh, it's a pass. It's a run play. Now, it wasn't to his side, and DK is obviously more physical in the run blocking scheme when he's out there. DK's he's not nice. So that's one thing that stood out to me that was negative, and I'm thinking, yeah, the Seahawks have to just be all on the same page in that regard of if it's a run play, either you're going to go head-to-head with your guy and and block him, or you're going to do a route. I think Tyler Lockett's really good at doing both. Tyler Lockett can run down the field, make you think he's doing a route, or he can go one-on-one and block a defender. And then my other play it'll be a passing play here. This is, I want to say, 1st and 10 at the 50, third quarter. Geno finds Will Dissly, but I also liked the opportunity for a shot play. And this is a play where a shot play is basically throw it up for a touchdown. It's man cover one. You have one safety at the top. This guy here is going to go ahead and take Tariq Young. You'll have your linebacker here on, I want to say that's DJ Dallas. So as the play progresses, play action, perfect. Nothing's wrong with it. I love it. I did text Mike. I was like, man, if you guys look at the 50, the top of your screen, I guess it's the inside the 50. That'll be Tariq Young. And I like the route he did, and Mike explained that, it just took too long. Usually with these routes, it's a double move, but the time just wasn't there. Either him and Geno were on the same page, or he just ran the route way too late. And if you watch Tariq Young, to be honest, that's a touchdown. But then again, look where the ball's at. Will Dissly's in stride running. So if I'm Tariq and they call this play again, I'm maybe hitting that stutter move at probably now. The DB is sitting. He's barbecued. If Geno had enough time, I'll give credit here to DJ Dallas for stepping up. It wasn't a great block, but he just got in the way. And maybe Geno felt that pressure and wasn't able to stay in the pocket and look for Tariq, because I think this would have been a touchdown. It's a nice little wiggle at the top of the route. Has him beat, but I think he waited too long. I think he should have done it just a hair earlier, and that's why I'm saying somewhere probably around go. Do it now instead of waiting until you get to the top of the 49. Maybe I just think he waited just a hair too long. Other than that, the play to Will Dissly was money. I think you said it best, Mike, in the text back to me. You're like, to be honest, if that route for Tariq wasn't open, Dissly should be wide open as a crosser, and Will Dissly was. But if I'm going to nitpick, I would have loved to have a little bit more time in Tariq to shorten his steps there, and maybe Geno can find him for a 6. And that might be the play that they needed to get the offense going, a touchdown, because unfortunately, this is a turnover on downs drive. Nothing came of it. This is when Laquan Treadwell ran the out route, but Geno threw a poor pass, and it resulted in a turnover on downs. Had Tariq ran the route a little earlier, Geno might have seen him. Could be a touchdown. The game changes right then and there. Seahawks got an explosive pass play for a touchdown. They didn't have that all game until it was too late. So I'll just run it through again. Obviously, I just kind of want you to focus on Tariq. And I think, again, he just should have broke down a little earlier, because I thought that play was there, and that could have been huge for the Seahawks and could have been momentum changing in that regard. So those are my two plays. One bad, where Laquan Treadwell didn't get hands on a DB or run a route just to throw that DB off, thinking it might be a pass. And then my second play was an offensive play as well, where Geno was able to find Will Dissly, but had he had time, and maybe Tariq Young hits that route a little earlier, we could be talking about a touchdown. So those are my standout plays of Week 16.
Yeah, hopefully they get Tyler back this week.
And I was going to add, usually that might be a route for Tyler. That might be a touchdown for Tyler. But regardless, those are things Tariq can work on. And maybe they go back to it in the next 2 weeks, even if Tyler is back. Because at the end, you still want to have that third wide receiver, especially Marquise. He might not be playing Sunday. Is that what we're looking at, Mike?
He was wearing a sling on his shoulder on Thursday. So it's probably really tough to play. Then again, though, Tyler had surgery like 10 days ago. So who knows what the football players are bionic. You really don't know who can play through what. It's pretty nuts. So hopefully Tyler plays. I think Tyler will play. Tyler showed us his hand. It's stitched up. There's a plate in there, some screws in there. But he said he could catch the ball and doesn't feel any pain. So I mean, I think I said it. I forget which podcast I said it on, but like that's the threshold. If Tyler wakes up on Sunday and they throw him a ball and he catches it and he says, "Oh, I didn't hurt," well, then he's playing. That would be my guess. That doesn't really factor in getting tackled or anything, but whatever. Screw it. Do or die. I don't know on that. I don't know if Tariq, if that's just his landmark, could be that.
No, you're right. It could be a bunch of things.
Yeah.
It could be that's exactly how they wanted it, but the pressure was there and Geno just felt uncomfortable, but he knew where his money play was and it was there. So maybe they go back to it. I think DJ Dallas did an okay job there. If he was able to get more of a consistent block, maybe Geno stays in the pocket and makes that throw and takes a hit. We've seen Geno do that. Stay in the pocket, take a hit, find Lockett for a post in the end zone. I think he did that against the Saints, as a matter of fact. That post over the middle between the safety and the corner. I think he gets drilled on that, and he lays it in there perfectly. But we'll see if that develops into something with Tariq and Geno.
Yeah, I like that. It was a good route by Tariq. He
really was.
He should be a good player. I think they had him at fullback a little bit in this game. I think they at least did it once or twice with Tariq at fullback. He's going to be good. He's going to be solid. That catch he had against Javarius Ward, that was one of them ones. I was like, oh, okay.
He's here.
Yeah, you can throw him the ball a little bit and he'll be there. But they just missed Lockett in that game. Like that's what I took away from the film of that. So like hopefully Tyler, like I said, can play on Sunday. I seen his hand. It's crazy he's even gonna have a chance to play after breaking his hand and having 10 screws put in it and a plate on December 19th. He's gonna be able to play on New Year's Day. That dude built different. Also, shout out to Tyler, who is just like me, is very afraid of being put under for a surgery. I don't like being put to sleep either. So, yeah, not my bad.
Fun fact.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody likes it, but I'm like,
I love it, man. I got the laughing gas. I had a blast.
Yeah, I'd rather be awake. Like even when I get really deep dental work, just let I need to know y'all not up there fucking up. Like,
if anyone is out there selling laughing gas, holla at me. I need it. I'm trying to laugh.
I don't know if that's legal. Just be out here just jugging laughing gas. Hit Chris and not me. I don't want to be a part of that. No illegal shit to start 2023. That's not me. Anyway, that's our standout place from week 16, Seahawks Man to Man. The final one of the calendar year 2022. Actually, next time you hear from us, it'll be 2023 on New Year's I guess it'll be January 2nd. But anyway, we appreciate you guys for tapping in. All year in 2022. We hope to be back and better than ever in 2023, starting with the post-game show from Seahawks Jets, recorded Sunday night after the game. I am Mike. That is Chris. Oh, my bad.
You're good. I thought you were going to throw it to me. It's all good. You threw a lob to me, and then you caught it and dunked it. So it's all good.
Anyway, appreciate you guys. Have a happy new year. Be safe. Have some fun. We'll see you guys in 2023. Peace.